Anyone fascinated by the natural world has probably wondered why some animals have such strange-looking sense organs. The elephant with its huge ears. The antennae of a butterfly, which up close look like feathers. The snake with its split tongue. And what about less obvious enhancements, like the sensory cells on a crocodile's skin? Surely these evolutionary traits aren't just for decoration. In fact, the size, shape, and location of these animal sense organs is all for a purpose. And just like us, animals rely on their senses to communicate with each other, find their way around, stay safe, and most importantly, to find food. When you see how superior some animal senses are compared to those of humans, you might wonder how we ever manage to stay on top of the food chain. Animal super senses. You won't believe what's possible. When the sun sets, the animal kingdom swaps shifts. Day workers go to sleep, while others get active. This is the night shift, and nocturnal animals have taken to this dark world for good reason. They escape from predators, avoid the heat of the day, and take their turn sharing food and resources in their niche. But to navigate life in the dark, you need some special abilities to cope with the lack of light. In this episode of Animal Super Senses, we find out more about the animals that live in the shadows and the adaptations they need to survive. Eyes rely on light, so it may come as a surprise to learn that some nocturnal animals depend on a great deal of their sense of sight to operate in the darkness. Having large eyes helps to compensate for low light levels. The ring-tailed possum is an Australian marsupial that spends the night feeding on leaves, flowers, and buds. They live life in the trees. An agile climber with claws on the hands and feet, including thumbs that help it to leap from branch to branch. And a strong prehensile tail that acts like a fifth limb. With large eyes, the possum has superb night vision. Although not a predator, the eyes face forward, providing binocular vision and depth perception, useful for judging distances when jumping through the trees. Gliders are a type of possum, and like the ring-tailed, they are forest dwellers. But instead of climbing from tree to tree, these possums do as their name suggests, glide. A thin membrane attached between their ankle and wrist helps them to fly. Sugar gliders gnaw through the bark of eucalyptus and acacia trees to get the sap and gum underneath. In spring and summer, they boost their diet with insects, To search for food, they fling themselves from one trunk to the next in the pitch black. So it helps a great deal for gliders to have excellent night vision. They are outfitted with huge, bulging eyes. But that's not all. Experts think their widely spaced eyes allow them to triangulate distance and prepare them for gliding to the next food source. But the prize for the biggest eyes goes to a strange-looking creature that lives beyond Australia's northern boundaries. Tarsiers are tiny primates found in the jungles of Southeast Asia. Their eyes are so large that one eyeball is bigger than its brain. Foraging at night, large eyes help the retina to collect more light. Gremlin-like and entirely carnivorous, they eat a variety of insects, pouncing on them using powerful hind legs from their treetop perches. Long, spindly fingers help them cling to trees and can be used as a kind of cage to trap prey in the forest night. Their forward-facing saucer eyes can't move in their sockets and take up half of their skull. Because of this, thanks to specially adapted vertebrae, Tarsiers have an owl-like ability to turn their heads 180 degrees in each direction. This gives them a very wide field of vision, keeping an eye out for both prey and predators. The tarsier has the biggest eyes in relation to their body size of any mammal. If human eyes were as big, they would be the size of grapefruits. Tarsiers also have excellent hearing, with thin, mobile ears that can be unfurled and retracted as needed. They can easily pick up the sounds of scurrying insects. It's Gizmo's ability to detect and grab prey at night, using its phenomenal senses, that is the key to its success. But unusually, they don't have one ability that is common amongst nocturnal animals. When you look out into the darkness, it can be somewhat alarming to see eyes glowing back at you. The eerie twinkling is produced by nocturnal animals. Cats' eyes shine when caught in the glare of a torch or headlight. Tarsier's eyes don't. There is a layer of reflective cells at the back of the eye, behind the retina, known as the tapetum. This layer bounces photons of light back, giving the eye's sensory cells a second chance at absorbing the rays. Pigments in the retina affect the color of the reflected light. Not all nocturnal creatures have good eyesight. Bilbies are desert-dwelling marsupials from Central Australia. They avoid the heat of the day by being active at night. Also known as the rabbit-eared bandicoot, as the name suggests, the bilby has huge outer ears, all the better to hear with. They have a large pinnae, or external ear, that helps to funnel sound to the inner ear and gives the bilby its excellent sense of hearing. The bilby's big ears are hairless and thought to be useful for regulating body temperature. They are also flexible and can be rotated, held flat against the body, stuck out, or even folded in half. Bilbies aren't fussy when it comes to food. Helped by a long pointy nose with an excellent sense of smell, they forage for subterranean insects, bulbs, seeds, and fungi by digging through the soil with powerful limbs and foreclaws. It's thought they have such long ears so that when bilbies are digging deep, a portion of it remains above the ground to keep an ear out for predators. Perfectly adapted for arid conditions, they don't drink water but get all the fluids they need from food. By day, the bilby sleeps in deep, spiral burrows, which can be dug 2 meters into the ground. This protects them from the heat and daytime predators. In the arid Sonoran region of North America, another desert dweller,